For 26 update, I'm about to go and pick up all of my peppers. They're beautiful, nice and ripe. While I'm at it, also we'll pick some tomatoes. This is gorgeous. Very lovely color. But it's not quite ripe yet. However, these Thai chilies are now ready. Stunning. I love harvest time. It's probably so rewarding when you spend all this time and effort and putting energy into growing all of these beauties. Oh wow, look at that. It's overripe, but I will use it for seeds. It's gonna be very nice. Very nice chili. And back to Thai peppers. We're expecting dropping down to 39, 36 degrees in the next couple of days. So the peppers are pretty much done. Or they will be after this. Now that's a beauty. It's a chocolate color. Absolutely gorgeous. These are sweet peppers. So I haven't had chocolate ones yet, so I'm looking forward to trying them. There's still one that's not ripe. It is also shishito that's ripe. You can see the difference between a Thai chili and a shishito. And there are some shishitos that are still green back there. Again, by far my favorite part of growing is harvesting. Look at all of the peppers intertwined. Try not to knock down the ones that are not quite ready yet. Lovely. And there's a couple more tomatoes up there that are ripe. Tomato season is almost over, but these are still hanging on. In a couple of days, I'll pick all of the green tomatoes as well and make some green salsa. Have to process them because I have a lot of green tomatoes still left. Now these are cayenne peppers. They're different shape and supposedly very hot. You can see the difference between a cayenne and a Thai chili. But I do have a neighbor who loves chilies, and I think she and her husband would love eating these. Gorgeous. And some more tomatoes here. This variety I picked out of a grocery bag and just planted them, and they have been really good. So I'm gonna save some seeds A lot of tomatoes. And I'm not even up to where my most productive ones. This is just one side. Back there is all of the black cherries, and they are also ripening. So I've got a lot of tomatoes to process. Haven't been home for 10 days or so. So all tomatoes accumulated while I've been away. See, there's still a lot of green ones. These chilies are not done yet. Some are ripe, some are not. One of the fun parts is searching. It's kind of like going on a treasure hunt. You go looking for these. This one was not ripe yet. I think I'm gonna need a second basket. Goodness. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of tomatoes. And they're definitely ripe. They fall at a touch. They were ready to come off. These beauties. Lovely tomatoes. Now how to get to the ones inside. Gorgeous. Alright. So I've got almost a full basket now. Now it's beans. These beans are done. I needed them to ripen on the vine, on the bush, so I can get some seeds. And they've done that. I'm gonna have some seeds for next year. Excellent. Beautiful crop. Alright, so I'm gonna pause and take a different basket because this one is full. And we'll come back in a second. So going from here, I think I missed a couple of peppers inside, but that's okay, I'll get them next time. You can see a few glimpses of red. I'll go here. I have some radishes here that are growing nicely, and a few leftover carrots, also doing very nicely. But I also have a few leftover tomatoes on this plant. This plant is pretty much done. You can see it's dead. But the timing is actually perfect. I have to clean out the beds and throw all of these plants off. Don't have a composting pile here, so unfortunately I cannot reuse them for compost. But that's okay. Alright. So here I have a few lettuces growing. They're doing quite nicely. And a few more carrots. Still not quite ready. I'd like them to be a little bit more plump, so I'm probably going to leave them until after the actual frost. This plant, this tomato plant bush, for some reason has gone into second or third wave of production, but all of these are not going to make it. This is all waste. It's not going to produce anymore, and they're not going to ripen because we're about to have frost. Some more purple carrots here. Nice. Lovely. Again, some are nice size, some are not quite. And some more radishes here and more carrots. So here are the radishes and leftover carrots. They need to grow a little bit more. I have some green tomatoes inside, quite a few of them actually, and a few small ripe ones. Again, it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt. You walk around and search, because you know you can see the red, but trying to figure out how to get to it. Beautiful salad tomato. The rest are still green. Same problem here. Eggplant is blooming. Of course, it's not going to have time to produce, not with the frost coming. Now these peppers doing fantastic, except they are not going to have time to ripen. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of recipe to process them green. They won't have a chance to ripen. And there's quite a few of them actually. Lovely. Same problem. I do have an eggplant. One of the last ones remaining. And here is a jungle. There's lots of tomatoes that are not going to ripen in time. So most of these are going to be processed green. These are ripe and actually overripe. They all split from the rains. We just had a lot of rain. But something like this I can use for seeds. They're gorgeous. Absolutely perfect. And they're falling off. But this is what I mean. So many tomatoes still on the vines. And there is a poblano pepper still in there. And they're ripe. So, still trying to figure out how to collect all of them. It's a lot of tomatoes. And the taste is fantastic. I really love black cherries. The perfect balance of acidity and taste, flavor. And they're falling off. They're all ripe. You can see where they fell off into the planter. It's okay, I'll get them. There is a lot of fruit. And there is also these guys. These are nice and slightly sour. They're not what I thought they were going to be, but I planted them from a hybrid, not knowing how they're going to turn out. They're actually not bad. I prefer the slightly sour sweet. They have nice flavor, and they're fantastic for pickling or for fermenting. There's so many of them, it's not even funny. Oh goodness. Alright, so moving around, I have a couple of cucumbers that are pretty much done. You can see they've become deformed, so they're not going to get much better. But I really need to pull this jungle apart, clean it all out. This cucumber plant is done, even though it still tries. It thinks it's still in production, but the season is gone. I need to clear all of this out. Now, unfortunately, these lettuces are the same size as they were 10 days ago, so that tells me that the soil is wrong. They're not doing well at all. I'm gonna have to pick all of those tomatoes. Goodness. Here's another cucumber. Decided to start early. There wasn't enough water, but I need them to start dying off, so I didn't water them. The herbs are still going strong. Oh my heavens, look at that. Oh, they're huge. They are huge. Well, I'm gonna still have lots of cucumbers to eat for a while. There's no way I can eat them that fast. In the meantime, this jungle is not doing too great. I don't know why. They kind of stopped growing and all went into production. But I can see the first pods that have formed. But they're not as far along as I thought they were going to be in a week. So something slowed them down. I don't know what. Let's see if we can get them to climb a little bit more. And you can see more green tomatoes. Definitely lots and lots of tomatoes to process. I'm gonna pick all of these tomatoes that are still green and pickle them, maybe ferment some, so I have two different tastes, two different flavors. And hopefully in another week or so I'll have beautiful green peas. And on that note, I'll leave this area. The squashes really did not do well. They all rotted. Squashes have been disappointing this year. I did not do well at all. That was a failure. So, come in here. I have a few of my plants that are growing. Need to figure out how to transplant so they can continue growing through the winter. They're beautiful flowers. The blueberries are pretty much done. You can see by color. They started stripping. getting ready for the fall. I have a couple more cucumbers here, but these plants are done. They're dead. You can see everything here died. I need to clean it all off. Quite a few remnants. And these were probably the most tasty tomatoes, aside from the black cherry. I'm really enjoying them. And one more nice ripe red pepper. I don't particularly like this variety, so I'm not gonna grow it again. At least not this specific variety. But I have lots of really good seeds for next year. And here, my little orange is nice and growing. Although something is eating the leaves. They're not doing well. So hopefully it will survive through this winter and bounce back again next year. So we'll have a nice production next year. Let's see what happens. On that note, I'm gonna give you one last time. Take a look at the bay. Today is absolutely gorgeous, peaceful. It's a little overcast, but it is absolutely perfect. How beautiful is that? Too bad the water is never clean, so I didn't want to go swimming in here, but just standing here and enjoying and fishing from the pier. It is so relaxing. Few birds, so not a whole lot of fish right now. They've started migrating into warmer waters, but it's still gorgeous. And on that note, I'm gonna say goodbye and thank you for joining me. Until next time.